WWE 24 NXT Brooklyn. What's there to really say? Like, this was awesome. Like, that's the only word I can say. Like, from everything, the background, the behind the scenes, the rise of NXT from this little, small, rundown developmental center called Florida Championship Wrestling, FCW, to the premier symbol of excellence that makes the main roster look like little children. Sorry. I've been sick for the last few days, sore throat, all that. But yeah, like this show has been on fire. It has never produced a bad episode. WrestleMania 30 episode, loved it. Roman Reigns, Never Alone, loved it. Booker T, Sentenced to Greatness, loved it. This, loved it. And this was an hour long compared to the other ones. They were just 30 minutes. And I have to say, my favorite has to be NXT Brooklyn. Like, they showed the background of NXT, the rise of it, the behind the scenes, how everything was conceived. They showed so much. They showed the emotional depth that a lot of the stars were going through, like Bailey, Sasha Banks, bringing their mother, bringing their families to see the show, to see them in action, and especially how Sasha Banks told everyone that the trainers wanted them to be divas, not women wrestlers, and oh, thank God for that coach that stepped in. I forgot her name, but she stepped in and said, "You know what? Let's teach them how to be fighters, not those divas that we've seen 1,000 times before." Like those matches, the old days when divas would do cat fights, they were at times good, but now I want to see more technical style. I wanted to see more wrestling style and brawling style. And we certainly are now getting that now. Even Triple H said this. Like, I've always viewed the women division being underutilized. And here's the thing I heard. A rumor a few years back is that Triple H was not a fan of women wrestling. And here was my quick and honest opinion. If that was Triple H not being a fan of women's wrestling, I would love to see what it'd be like if he loved women wrestling, considering what we get from the women athletes. Like, that would be hilarious as well. Like, wow, this is Triple H not liking women wrestling? This is awesome. Wait, if this is him not liking it, then what would it be like if he did like it? It'd be legendary. And I don't believe in that rumor. And uh, but like they also showed the backstage pressure on Owens and Finn Balor, saying, "How are we gonna top Bailey and Sasha Banks? Like, look what they just did, and look what's gonna happen at NXT Takeover Respect. Like, how are we gonna top that? You can't." Like, but yeah, they did a great match, but ultimately, when compared to the other match, Sasha versus Bailey was the superior one. I mean, like, give Owens and Finn Balor credit. Like, they had a great show-stealing performance at at NXT Brooklyn. But when compared to Sasha Banks and Bailey, the women's match comes out on top. I I simply just love this series they're doing, like, and especially how it's not very common a series. It takes place every few months or so, and I would like to see more being made. I like to see how future shows are going to be produced. I hope to see more background, in-depth looks at characters and other wrestling events. And I certainly was glad NXT finally got it. I can't wait for NXT's other series, Breaking Grounds, talking about the Performance Center. But other than that, like, there was not one flaw. Like, the only flaw I keep hearing in this special was them saying, "Oh, I can't wait to also go to the main roster." If anyone has seen my opinion on Kevin Dunn, you know I would be going and saying you're lying to yourself, saying you're going to have a future on the main roster, considering that you have out of touch McMahon being told by Kevin Dunn behind everyone's back, saying, "Yes, NXT are worthless people." I was hoping to do the video out Kevin Dunn referencing, but I can't help it. Like, I just really hate the guy for his politics and his unjustified hatred towards Triple H's work. But we'll talk about Kevin Dunn hopefully at a later date. Like them until I find a better photo for a cover instead of him just showing his buck teeth. But really, I don't care about his appearance. Like, oh, he can look whatever he wants. But instead of that horrible downgraded image. But I'll get to that on another day. But let's talk about the WWE 24. Like I said, it was awesome from the direction, the camera work, the backstage, behind the scenes. Um, there were some things I was wondering, like I've loved to more about Tyler Breeze and I'm pretty sure I could pronounce this wrong. Justin Thunder, like I wanted to see more of how how he felt making his debut on NXT programming, on WWE programming as a whole. I was curious to know what was his thought, what was going through his mind. Like he's 42 years old at this time. I'm curious to know what he's thinking. And they never did that, and I thought that was a disappointment. Like, man, they should have done that. Like, add in a couple of more minutes. They could have done that. But, like I said, if anyone has not checked it out yet, you should totally check it out. Well, everyone, this was Neo Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate. Stay tuned for more.